ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్ అయినాక మాట్లాడదాం, స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం. మీకు కొంచెం కెమెరా పైన కంఫర్టబుల్ ఉంటుంది. కొందరికి ఇమీడియట్గా స్టార్ట్ చేసే కాయలే ఈ పెడ్రోను అంతే. లైక్ ఫస్ట్ కొంచెంసేపు నార్మల్గా మాట్లాడినాక పెడ్రో లైక్ అదే సాస్ కంపెనీలో ఏఐ గురించి ఏమో చేస్తాను,
సిటిఓ అని.
సో కొందరికి కొంచెం హై ఉంటారు, కొందరు లో అయిపోతారు.
నేను బాగానే ఉన్నా ఇందాక దాకా. లైక్ ఐ మీన్ కొంచెం అటెన్షన్ కదా, కెమెరా అటెన్షన్ కదా.
లైక్ మీరు కెమెరా చూసి మాట్లాడాలని ఏం లేదు, నార్మల్గా నాతో మాట్లాడచ్చు. అండ్ మీరు చూసి చెప్తా ఉండొచ్చు లైక్ ఏమి మీ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ ఏమి అట్లా. సో బేసిక్లీ అట్లా.
షూర్. రేపు ఏం చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారు?
రేపు యూనివర్సల్ స్టూడియో వెళ్ళిపోదే, లైక్ హ్యావ్ ఫన్. ఆ పాపని పిలిచినాను, చూస్తాము వస్తే రాని. ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చూపిస్తాను వచ్చేదానికి.
Go have fun, like you'll have the whole day. Okay.
Start చేద్దామా? We're good to go?
Yes, sir.
Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Dhanush. I'm very excited to have Vamsi with us for today's podcast. Vamsi was working as an AI ML engineer for past couple of years in US, and today is working on as one of the biotech project. So yes, he is with us for giving some good insights on that particular industry and AI industry as well. Welcome Vamsi. Thanks for joining for today's podcast. Would love to know a brief introduction about your education and your work experience.
Yeah, thank you Dhanush for having me. It's pleasure to talk with you and like the audience. Yeah. So yeah, I have been working as a machine learning engineer and data scientist for almost like 7 to 8 years now, like in various industries, healthcare, telecom and clinical sciences. Yeah, it made me see multiple aspects of life, how we approach technology and how we go through, basically it made me to see the blind spots, etc. So how the simulation helps and how we can convert the technology and bend the technology for our working. So that led me here to actually start my own
the biotech company.
The biotech,
I think we'll discuss more on that. I just want to understand, when you say data scientist,
yes,
what is the difference between a data engineer and a data scientist?
Yeah, so when it comes to data scientist, basically it is he works on anomalies, he can introduce new features like for the model to estimate or predict. Okay. So basically when we say modeling in data science, it is kind of it can act as a predicting tool, like in one of my healthcare projects. Basically I can tell you so it predicts the diagnosis of a patient given all the health history records or etc. So
basically it's like an analyzing tool, what you're saying.
Analyzing whole history of data. Okay. But like it has its own metrics within the model. Like there are tons of algorithms within data science and traditional machine learning, and as well as deep learning. That's what the current trend is, deep learning. Yeah, so the data science job is like to actually get in and fetch in the new features for this model. Like when it comes to weather forecasting, a scientist can actually introduce a new feature based on the radiation effects of satellite can read the radiation effects, right? So it can actually help. Most of the weather forecasting models are based on the current temperatures, but that's a new introduction. But he should understand how the feature can actually drift the model, etc.
Right. I think I get fascinated when people say they are working as a data scientist and data engineer. Like that is a new stream. Like very few people are into this particular domain.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested, and that's the reason I got you here in this particular podcast. Very few people actually move in their 30s. Like I know that you've been working for 8-9 years in this particular industry, that too in US. Maybe you would have earned at least a decent amount of money. Usually of people in 25s and 30s want a stable job and want their life to be quite chill, right? But you took a step of starting your own thing. Like maybe you took a transition from this ML engineer to the product what you're working, which is not on the ML side, but mostly has a combination of ML and biotechnology. Would really want to understand what made you take this step to take this decision of leaving your job and starting your own thing on network school?
Yeah, that's a fabulous question, I would say. Personally, I mean, it's the ethos that I follow. Yeah, kind of like, I mean, since 2022, I was kind of want to start, like, I mean, I majorly saw all the blind spots and the traditional companies that aren't doing the actual work. Like, it is kind of replication across companies is what I saw, and that made me invest more of my energy into biology, actual biology. Like, as I have worked in healthcare and clinical sciences, that gave me the bedrock foundation of knowledge that is needed. And and also the other thing is, like, my mom has a certain like autoimmune condition, which made me even go through the reality, like how the medical tests are done, like how the doctors treat, etc. Like, I mean, so while reading all the biology and also facing the real time dynamics in medical hospitals, etc., it made me the edge to actually focus on what we need, and it pushed me forward. That to be said, and also, like, I mean, I have an urge to do something that is useful for the people, society or people. Yeah, so that pushed me forward. Even though I faced multiple struggles, at time here in NS.
In this particular domain. But I really want to understand, like, what is the current problem in the system, like when it comes to the biotech? What is the problem, and what's the problem you're solving for? I know there are like a number of problems in this particular industry, but what is the most important one, and what is the problem statement where you are working on?
Okay, I am working on mostly research, but like the problem statement is broad for the case that I'm working. One, the distribution, like healthcare isn't properly distributed, and the specialty is, I mean, we are in an like, I mean, basically we are as a society, we are mostly into reductionist mindset, but what I'm trying to tell is, like, the reductionist approach actually made us too far into specialists. Doctors have like, I mean, if you take ENT doctor specialist, it's kind of a demilitarized zone. Like, I mean, one doctor can treat this area and the other doctor can treat this area. So that made our knowledge actually I mean, separated and actually not a generalized approach. But I mean, current hospitals, I mean, major corporate hospitals are trying to fix it, but it is not distributed across the whole public. So that's one of the problem statements I want to work on. And the other thing is, like, as I said, we are made up of matter. There are many keys in the universe that actually provide signs that what we are made of. And one thing is bioelectricity. The traditional pharmacology couldn't actually, like, I mean, it make us dependent on the medicine more than enough, and it is kind of not treating, I mean, it is doing a better job, but like, we can actually push forward what we need to do. Yeah, those are the two main things that I want to push forward. Yeah.
But what, like, I understand, like, what was the problem statement. I know that you sound engineer side, and you sound like more on the biologist side as well. Like, that's really difficult for a normal guy to understand both the subjects, and you did very well in that. I understand that you understand both the subjects very well. But like, if you take a step back, like, it's like almost a year ago, I think, did you take this decision to start?
It's not a yearly, like, it's been 3 years now. Yeah.
It's been almost 3 years you started working with this.
Started working on my my own thing, like, while I'm doing job, and finally decided to quit it.
So you were parallelly working on this project, and
like, I mean, because it's science and I need a lot of reading that I need to do and cut down the noise a lot. Yeah, I mean, to explain in general, like, I mean, bioelectricity helps us in regenerative medicine. Basically, if we cut down, I mean, if we cut down our limb, there are examples in the universe, like a lizard can actually grow its own tail back. But like, what happens for humans, why it is not happening for humans, it could be done. Like, and that's where I am fascinated by the work of Michael Levin. I'm really admired by what he is doing currently, majority of the folks are like, I mean, think it is kind of a crank science or something, but like he has major control theory that was already done and experiments. So his work can actually be utilized in our in the project that I am about to work on. Like, I mean, it's basically regenerative medicine. I mean, if you lost your leg, it can,
you can
be
get back your,
it can be helpful.
It's one of the, like, I think fascinating thing which today no one is believing, but tomorrow I think it can happen for people, right?
For sure.
If that is the case, if people are suffering with any diseases, can actually regenerate that particular organ or whatever organs which were affected by some certain diseases, right?
Yeah.
That is the advantage if we are able to regenerate a particular organ. Like, I know that there are certain diseases, maybe the lungs is completely damaged, and today
let me tell you an example. Like, I mean, we start basically as a single cell
right.
since fetus from the mother's womb, and we do, I mean, cells do the mitosis, and it grows and to the body of 9 months old child.
Right.
So right, I mean, so body has its own memory, the cells has its own memory, and basically we treat them as, I mean, it's kind of individual and collective cells. Liver has its own cognitive structure to perform what jobs it need to do.
Right.
Similarly, the brain. So brain has more thinking capacity because it has more neurons in it more than liver, because, and liver has its own functionality of cognitive capacity. So I mean, if we can clearly understand and pattern map what are these cells, like how they are carrying this memory, and what particular cells has actually forgotten the memory, is where the key is. I mean, so
I think it's definitely interesting what you're doing. It seems like a biology class for me, but definitely I think there's a lot of science and tech which is involved in this particular industry what you're working on. I really appreciate that. But I know that now it's been like a month you're there in the network school, but how you got to know about network school? Like,
network school, yeah, I mean, I'm a vivid reader, not just in biology. I read a lot about biology and what is network state, and yeah, I'm fascinated by what he is doing right now. Yeah, he's trying to create the SF in Asia. As a data scientist, I'm kind of an analytical guy. It made me think in analytics a lot. So when Balaji talks and he compares different aspects of technology and history, it made me realize, like, I mean, yeah, this definitely makes sense. And Asia has a lot of population and talent and the culture that is different than SF. So that made me come here.
Come here. That's cool, right? Like, very few people have that the real understanding of why I should be part of network school, or just be a part of network state and come here and learn with people as well, right?
Yeah,
that's so cool. And what are your plans? Like, are you planning to stay as a long termer, or are you?
Yeah, I'm figuring out the visa stuff. Yeah, planning. I actually want to start my venture by next year. So like figuring out my long term and fellowship
just
as well.
Making sure that you want to stay there for. I missed that chance. I really wanted to stay, but yeah, I think there are other things which I need to get occupied with. But definitely, I want to come back and talk to a lot of people and maybe understand the different industries. There's a saying, like, until you soak your legs in that particular industry, you really don't understand.
Yeah. There are amazing people here, right? I mean, it's getting started. The fire is here. Yeah.
Right. But I think this is like a definitely right place, like, for people who are at least exploring, and people who are actually working on something. Like you find people of all the aspects and all the different subjects where you can take and help, or they can really help you in building stuff, right? Yeah. But what does your usually day looks like? Like, are you just working on your projects, or are you just attending any events?
Right now, yeah, I mean, in NS it is very fun and cool. You can learn a lot even though you want to work. Like, you can lock in, you can do the research work that you need to do. Like, that's what I'm doing majorly. And yeah, also love the food and workouts they are offering, free. Right, so my day starts, like, I mean, I am assembling my team for the project that I want to do, and research work that needs to be done, and also trying to reach out with few of the investors that are here and also online. Yeah,
Nice.
that's
I
most
think
of
it's
my
interesting what you're doing. If I take a step back and understand, what made you think that network state as a concept will really help you for the particular project?
Okay, so I mean, Balaji's vision is basically cloud to the land.
Okay.
Yeah, which is one of the good things, and there is a lot of distressed reality, and the governance is bad. Like many states has
Okay,
government.
sorry to pause.
Yeah.
The project what you're working, is there any lot of dependence on the governance?
There is no dependence, but like I mean, there will be regulational challenges sometime or later. But I'm
On
not
that particular project.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not thinking of as of right now. But like, I see Balaji's goal is majorly helpful for the governance of the people, and so that's
Right.
and I want to be part of
But-
it and build something along. Yeah.
Nice, yeah, that's interesting. I think we are coming to an end. If you want to say one thing, like if a new guy wanted to start something in his career with, do you suggest like should he go with the ML engineer, like where you were part of for some years building products for a company, or you are suggesting that this industry could be the next maybe the niche thing where most of the people would be working on? What do you say to the people like?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. Definitely, as I am part of this biology, we are made up of it. You should definitely take a look in it. And I see this is the century of biology, as the last century is for physics and bombs, atom bombs. So we should actually go build better tech. And don't just focus on coding or machine learning. Actually get the aspects of physics and biology and math. Go to the fundamentals. It actually offers you a lot of universal truths that are needed. Yeah.
That's an interesting answer. Like very few people have told me to actually work on the physics or maths. Like that's all everything is built on right today.
Yes.
That's the basic structure. Yeah. Everything you need to understand. That's the reason we all have the physics, maths in our schooling, chemistry. These are the basic subjects everyone has to go through. Really appreciate. Any one book you suggest to people, like which inspired you to take this step, or maybe move your needle in learning? It could be any book, like doesn't matter, but your favorite books.
Fabric of Reality, Roger Penrose.
It's something on biology?
No, it's not on biology. It's about reality. Roger Penrose is a great scientist. The second book I would tell is Code Breaker by Jennifer Donda. She is actually a genetics engineer. Like, I mean, she did. And the third book I'll tell is like Beginning of Infinity by Dave Dosh. Those three books are really great ones, and you would actually understand the possibilities of a human can do.
Nice. Yeah, this is, I think this definitely, like, people will definitely enjoy the books what you mentioned. Yeah. And I think that could be your motivation to actually take the step of moving from the job or to start your own thing, the project or the startup.
It's not just one book that I have read, but like
number of books. Yeah, this could be the best books.
Yeah, these are the best. Yeah, I can.
Thank you. I think it's very informative. I think I got an idea how things are working in biology and what are the next future things which people can actually work on. I really appreciate. I think we are coming to an end. That's sad, but definitely we can catch up again and discuss more things on biology. I know that even though you sound technical, but you actually sound more on biologist side as well.
Sorry if I yeah.
But I think it's a good part. Like very few people have a combination of tech and the subjects what they really love. But yeah, I think thank you so much, Vamsi, for coming for today's podcast.
Thank you,
I really appreciate that. And thanks for all the insights, like what made you to work and what's the one thing which people can work on. I really appreciate you, all the efforts you've given. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. See you around for the next one. Bye-bye.